Hello YouTube, I've got another high ELO game here with the teams being Thresh, Akali, Kha'Zix, Jarvan, Tristana versus Vi, Renekton, Twitch, somebody we don't know, and Ryze. So it looks like the lane matchups are going to be Jarvan versus Vi in the jungle. At top lane it's going to be Kha'Zix versus Renekton. At mid it's going to be Akali versus Ryze, and at bottom lane it's going to be Thresh, Tristana versus Twitch and Taric. So it looks like we might have formidable load time here, so we'll try and get some discussion going. As far as summoner spells goes, nothing too exciting going on here. Blue team's very standard. Purple, they got a heal on Twitch. I'm not sure why you'd run heal instead of barrier. I think barrier is just better in general right now, just because Ignite does counter the effectiveness of heal pretty substantially, and, well, roughly 50%. And barrier, I think it's got a shorter cooldown than heal. Yes, it provides some support for your support or the rest of your team while you're in the middle of the team fight. So it does have that advantage, but I don't know. I think barrier is just in general better on your AD carry. So, oh, one thing I didn't note yet, Ryze is running a teleport here. So that's about all we know. As far as your high ELO people, it's the only person that I immediately recognize is this Urek Mazzino. Even though I feel like Terroblade is vaguely familiar somehow, but well, I can't remember where I've heard the name before. So long load time here. Hope you guys are enjoying the soothing sounds of my voice. Anyway, before we serenade you too much into a gentle slumber, we are going to have this game load here right about now. Come on, game. Load. We'll cut. Okay, the game is loaded. So, this game has loaded, and let's see how everything goes. So, Thresh is the split. We'll get everything set up here so we can more easily compare. And that should be everything. Cool. So, it looks like blue team might be doing some sort of invade, which I could see. Well, it looks like Jarvan had a slight DC, and that's why we had the long load time. So, let's see what happens here. Oop, that Kha'Zix is in the middle of a small fray. Oh, Thresh manages to land the pull. A lot of damage going down on that Twitch due to that Kha'Zix Q there. And that should force everybody back. Twitch is probably going to head back now. Heal up and get ready for the actual laning stage. So it looks like we have no invasion that's going to happen. Looks like he might be dropping a ward here at red. Interesting. So yeah, as far as items go, everybody's running fairly standard. This is a little unusual. Tristana going with the Elixir Fortitude. Usually you see that Elixir Fortitude in the top lane more so, not usually at the bottom lane. So, hey, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's interesting. It does provide that instantaneous heal, so by increasing your maximum health, it's pretty good, useful that way. So. Yeah, pretty solid start here for both teams. Both teams starting their Wolves Blue with Renekton taking the Ryze there just briefly, so he can get a little bit additional farm. Shouldn't mess with that Vi at all, especially if she does an early gank. She does have that blue down now, so we should see a little bit of fun going on here relatively shortly. I'm curious what So I think she got her E first, and then she got Denting Blows as her second spell. So it looks like the rat was trying to do a little bit of tricky play there, but I think he should head down and just start farming. So right now this Trist is already at 8 farm, and he's down. So little stealth rat. Whoop. So Thresh manages to land a nice little pull there. Lots of damage going down on that rat, and the Ignite manages to ensure that kill there for Thresh. So nice little pull there by that Thresh, managing to land that. What's his Q called? Chain? Death Sentence. Ah, okay. So, nice little pull there that he managed to land there, ensuring the kill. Too bad he didn't give it to Tristana. Vi coming in from the back, and there is a nice little stun on that Tristana from the Taric, but she manages to rocket jump away to prevent too much damage going down there. And she does have a ton of sustain because she did get like 6 pots and that elixir fortitude. So, looks like Akali's doing a good job of preventing this Renekton from getting too much farm. So we're going to swap that. Apparently it's Akali top and Kha'Zix mid. Interesting choice. Bottom lane, looks like they're back to poking around a little bit. Blue team doesn't have any wards in the river yet, so they're not aware of whether Vi is sticking around or not. And it looks like we're going to see a gank here at the top lane. Run, Renekton, run! You don't know how dead you are. Oh, nice little dash flash there. The ignite brings him super low, and that should force him back, so... I forgot Akali wasn't 6 and she couldn't do that jump 2 yet. So used to level 6 on play. So as far as farm goes, the Twitch is pretty substantially far behind that Tristana, and that's going to be relevant at that later game. Plus Tristana does have that assist. As far as top lane goes, Akali is ahead of that Renekton, and Renekton has already gone back, so she is going to start to outlevel him. It's kind of weird. Oh, I guess the lane is relatively frozen right now. So, yeah, solid start to a game. I'm a little I wish the rat was playing a little bit more solidly and trying less to go on harass and kills. But right now, that Thresh is doing a good job of preventing that rat from doing too much. So here comes a gank here on the middle lane. Vi manages to land that dash. Lots of damage going down. Flashes to keep up with him and gets the kill. So nice little play there from that Vi. And here comes Renekton. I don't know. What are you up to, Renekton? Why is he leaving lane? Oh, he's just trying to get some farm there. Anyway, at bottom lane, Twitch managing to take a lot of damage, manages to pick him up from that explosive shot and a little bit of damage. And it looks like this game is currently firmly in blue team's control right now because Tristana has a strong lead at bottom lane. Kha'Zix is the only one that's having a little bit of a weak start here, but he is a melee versus a range, so that can be expected. But Akali's doing a good job at top lane, preventing this Renekton from doing too much. It looks like she has pretty hefty armor already. Yeah, holy cow! It looks like she's gonna be rushing that. Not the Zonias, but what is that? That Seeker's Arm Guard, I think is what it's called. I think she's gonna rush that to start, just so she can counter a lot of his damage to start. Just poking away up there. And Ryze does already have that tier, and he's up to 56, so he's going to start hitting relatively hard there with his Q and W. Z has small mana coefficients, but it's less relevant, so... And Akali is just doing a really nice job of zoning this Renekton as much as possible. Kudos to her for getting that quick armor. So it looks like Kha'Zix is starting to have a little trouble with that Ryze. Ryze is just able to Q him on a pretty consistent basis, going to prevent him from getting too much farm. And here comes a double gank here at mid lane. That Kha'Zix is super low, but Vi misses it, and she's not level 6, so she couldn't just dunk him. And the Jarvan is there now, but this Ryze is super so whole lot of nothing going on there. I believe that Kha'Zix was initially stealth there when Vi did her dash in, what is that called again? Vault Breaker. When she did her Vault Breaker. Oh, some damage going down on this Twitch. But looks like he's going to get away just fine. Thresh is coming back into the lane. Looks like Vi wants to give Twitch blue? Really? Looks like Jarvan's going to steal. Does she have smite up? She decides to disengage from it. Odd. Oh, she's waiting for Ryze. Manages to steal that blue. Very nice. And a lot of damage going down on that Vi. Vi goes down. Ryze is still there, ulting, doing lots of damage, but Kha'Zix is got him alone, which means Kha'Zix is going to do a lot of damage. Picks up that blue, but here comes the rat. Let's see if the rat can do anything. Manages to land that slow there. We're going to back it up while we see what happened down there with Taric. Looks like Twitch went too quickly to try and support that in the jungle and left his Taric way exposed, and it looks like just with that Ignite exhaust plus that landed Q, it's going to be enough to pick up the kill there. So, nice little engage, and Twitch didn't do anything. This Twitch, Vampyro, you need to improve your skills, as Wukong would say. So, right now, pretty much, not all of the problems, but a lot of the problems can be blamed on this Twitch's play, because it looks like he's just being a little too aggressive with his attempts to try and mess around with his stealth, not farming nearly as much, and I think he's going to be a pretty strong liability here. Uh-oh. Here comes the dive. Thresh manages to land the slow. There's the ult, and he flashes away, but the Kha'Zix manages to cut the distance with that jump of his and pick up the kill. So, nice little play there, and now Blue Team has a strong 2.5k gold advantage in their favor. And we haven't even seen Akali or Renekton do much into it, but Akali does have that Seeker's Arm Guard now, so she does have quite a bit of damage already. And it looks like we're going to see Vi going to try and come and gank this Kha'Zix, but here comes the Jarvan. Oh. And there's the engages all across the board. Kha'Zix unable to do all that damage that he needs to while that's going on. Jarvan managing to drop the ult on that Ryze, keeping him away from that Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix managed to W. Sorry, I was reading the chat there, trying to figure out what was going on. Yeah, it seems like this Twitch is being unexciting, but it could be also that Taric. I haven't been paying that much attention to how the supports positioning are playing right now, but basically Twitch has just been unable to CS, so maybe it is the Taric's fault. I don't know. But just some poor play here at bottom lane for the purple team, so regardless. But we'll post it up regardless so you can see an example of some of the problems that are happening there, and Tristana managing to jump over that Taric rocket, Buster shotting him away from the safety of his turret and picking up the kill there with a couple of auto attacks. And Blue Team, unless they do some really fatal mistakes here, they should have this in the bag. So Kha'Zix looks like he's going for that mirror mana just for that additional damage, so should provide for quite a bit. He does already have that Brutalizer, which means he does a lot of damage when they're solo. What did he evolve for? CW. I knew that. We've seen the 3 spines go out. So. And what is Vi leveling first? Because that's one. Okay, so she's leveling her Excessive Force. She's one of those champs that you can level a whole bunch of different spells first and still be viable, but it's just kind of weird, because like if you level her Q first, she's very reliant on landing her Qs. If you level her W first, she is a very good duelist, and if you level her E, she's very good at clearing. Oh man, this Vi gets caught out of position with that Q, and the slow manages to bring her out just enough for them to bring her down low enough where she can't do anything to contest that dragon, and Blue Team picks up that dragon quite handily, only with little damage gone to that Jarvan. And here comes the Twitch, but we're going to back it up because I thought Twitch was going to get engaged upon, and it looks like Ryze just going a little bit too deep there. Kha'Zix poking away with that W. We'll see what happens here. Kha'Zix lands a nice Q, and holy crap, did you see that damage? What's he leveling first, W? Say incroyable the damage he's doing there with that W. Pretty incredible. So, now I know how to play Kha'Zix, because he's one of those champs I like, but I always had problems with him, because like, he's really, if you play against somebody that doesn't really understand, sorry, backing it up, getting distracted by stuff. So we're going to watch this Twitch get dived upon at this mid lane. It's going to be exciting. Going for the turret. He's just back there. Jarvan manages to land the knock up there, and just lots and lots of pulls, cataclysms, all sorts of goodies. And Jarvan's taking a lot of tower hits. Get out of there, Jarvan. Okay, good. And Tristana manages to get that very first turret there. And now the gold advantage is 7k in Blue Team's favor. And this is going to be a stomp, my friends, because we haven't seen even Akali or Renekton join the fray. Renekton's doing quite a bit of damage to this Akali. But looks like she's going to be able to get away there with that dash, juking it out. So, nice little play. Anyway. So, back in mid lane, Kha'Zix doing a good job now of preventing this Ryze from farming too much, even though he is taking a little bit of poke here and there. He does have that Hex Drinker, so that's why that Ryze isn't doing nearly as much damage. 4 mid at 10 minutes. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah, Renekton. Renekton is one of the few people that has any sort of hope here for his team, I feel like. Even though Ryze still has a chance, but Ryze is such a late game carry, and we haven't even seen this Akali get into the action yet, so. Looks like Vi managed to get that blue, even though I think she was supposed to feed it there to that Ryze, but uh-oh, this Twitch. Twitch, okay. I thought Twitch was gonna pop out of stealth in that bush and just get totally destroyed. So kind of a unique game with the fact that we've got so much roaming and team movement already this early in the game, but nothing too exciting. Thresh tries to throw out the Q there to land on Renekton. A little bit of damage going down. There's the slow, popping him a little out of position. There's the Thresh with the dive. There's the exhaust and the ultimate from Thresh, and Thresh is going to go down here most assuredly. There's the stun, and Twitch manages to pick up the kill there with the expunge, and here comes a little bit more of an engage. Akali doing some nice damage to that Ryze, managing to allow that Kha'Zix to pick up the kill there, and Vi engages on that Akali, but too much damage goes down, and Kha'Zix manages to pick up yet another kill. So, beautifully played, and Twitch flashes over the wall, trying to run to the safety of this turret, but that Akali is just going to pick him up there with the ult. So, nice little play there. Nice little play there from Blue Team, and now the gold advantage is 8k in Blue Team's favor. Make that 9k in Blue Team's favor. So Purple Team is definitely in a little bit of a sore spot, that's for sure, and it looks like they're going to lose yet another turret here. And with Kha'Zix having blue, he can just clear waves like crazy with that W of his. So, and Tristana is just plugging away at this tier 3 turret. She almost is going to crack it here. Twitch doing a little bit of damage there, but she manages to rocket jump away before he can even do an expunge. But the Ryze is coming, but it looks like he's going to... Oh, my game is glitched. It was like, what the hell? How did they clear the tier 2 turret before the tier 1? That's so funny. It was like, what? Sitting there staring at the map. Okay. Sorry about the game glitch, guys. I assure you that tier 1 turret is not still up. Just kind of a little funny glitch there with a lot of LoL spectate. So, looks like Akali does have that Bilgewater Cutlass now. Going to be building that into her Hextech Gunblade here relatively soon. Doesn't even have that tier 1 boots, but she did need that Seeker's Arm Guard to help her deal with that Renekton's consistent attack damage that he does have. And Ryze, he does have that Catalyst, and it looks like he's going to be building his Glacial Shroud here relatively shortly. Renekton looks like he's got a Bilgewater Cutlass, so it looks like he's probably going to build that into a Blade of the Ruined King here, but he's got a weird build. Anyway, yeah, because usually Renekton likes to get that Brutalizer sooner rather than later, or he likes to counter build whoever he's up against. So like he should have probably gotten either a Hex Drinker, I don't know, just a little bit of counterplay, and that Twitch is a little bit out of position. They are aware that he's there. Manages to land the Q. Akali jumps to him, doing a lot of damage. Thresh manages to pick up the kill there with his ultimate. Akali jumps out of tower range, doing a little bit of damage, but that Renekton's ulting now, so got to be a little bit careful. And Akali, she might jump on him. There's a little bit of damage. She still has that Bilgewater Cutlass to activate. Nope, she used it, and down goes that Renekton to the Jarvan, and this game is over, guys. All over but the screaming. Purple Team just needs to keep on screaming. Let all that aggravation out, because this game is over. This Ryze, he's just too far behind that Kha'Zix now to really do much. Doing a little bit of damage there to that Kha'Zix. Jarvan locking in that Taric. And there's the damage. Thresh just poking away a little bit. Kha'Zix getting all sorts of greedy, managing to take out that Taric, but he goes down in the process, and Thresh is going to get dunked by the Lady Vi, so too bad. But Akali manages to pick up that kill. We're going to back it up so we can see that, because apparently I wasn't paying that much attention, and we'll watch it in the beautiful HD full screen action. So it looks like Akali just manages to jump to that Ryze, and that's all what we were looking for. So nice little play from that Akali. Oh, it looks like we're going to see a little bit more. Tristana, meanwhile, is just backdooring like a boss. Going to take out that inhib, and like nobody's contesting her. So inhib down this early is very rough. Level 10 dealing with super creeps is really rough, especially when you don't have anybody that has that percent damage like with the Blade of the Rune King or anything like that, because that can make it so it's a little bit easier to deal with those super minions, since it does provide that percent health damage, but they're just so tanky this early. And there's that first super minion walking. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted because I want to commentate this game all the way to the end, but this game is over. It's probably going to be a 20-minute surrender here for purple team, but we're gonna hang it out, see if anything happens here. And looks like Jarvan, what's he building? Why did he decide to go with two chain vests instead of? Kind of weird. Anyway, Tristana's solo in the dragon. This is so silly. This has got to be in normals. This is just, it's such sloppy play from everyone. Because look, there's like no wards on the map. Anyway, we got some high ELO people and a lot of diamond players. So if it is high ELO ranked game, then they're just, nobody's taking it seriously after that initial play. So Akali jumping on that Vi, doing crap tons of damage, and managing to pick up the kill there with the ignite and just a little bit of damage. Kha'Zix going back to farming his mid lane. Has a hell of a lot of damage now with that Bloodthirster of his. Well, not a Bloodthirster yet, but that BF sword is what I meant. Renekton ulting, doing a little bit of damage, and here comes the Jarvan. You're in trouble, Renekton. You just don't know it yet. Well, maybe you do. And down he goes to the Cataclysm there, but the Akali manages to pick up the kill. So Cataclysm manages to ensure the kill. Kha'Zix keeping up, doing a lot of damage there to this Ryze, and Tristana manages to pick up the Taric support there while that was all going on. And down goes that tier 2 top turret there for purple team. So now this goal advantage is 15k in a blue team's favor, and we got about 15 seconds until I expect the surrender to go on. And there's the Vi ulting in on that Tristana, doing a lot of damage. She manages to rocket jump away before she manages to pick up the kill, and Thresh gets the kill. That is humiliating. And we'll see if we get the 20-minute surrender here. This game is over. The second inhib going down at 20 minutes. So rough. So rough. And now they're already knocking at those Nexus turrets. First Nexus turret goes down, and the second one's going to go down very shortly. We're just going to let the directed camera show us the glories of this event, and it looks like they're not even going to contest it. Seems like purple team is done with this. Jarvan diving a little bit on that well, and this game is over. GG, guys. GG. So, dropping wards. Alright, so not the most exciting game that we've ever had, and I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. I'm not going to even wait for it to end before this, I start my little end game sort of stuff. So I hope you guys did enjoy this game, even though it was pretty silly, pretty laid back, nice and casual. Anyway, thanks again for watching. If you like what you see, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, favorite, blah blah blah. You know the drill. This is YouTube after all. And I'd like to thank you guys one more time for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.